Insomnia came out in 2002 and is a remake of a Norwegian film of the same name, and was directed by Christopher Nolan. This film follows a detective played by Al Pacino who is sent to Alaska to investigate the murder of a teenage girl. Right off the bat, one can tell that he's been doing this for years. This kind of crime scene isn't anything new to him. In fact, it's shown that he's a pretty well-known detective. Other officers in his field will even come up to him and ask him about some of his previous cases. So it's all basic stuff until something happens that really messes Pacino's character up. On top of that, during this time of year in Alaska, the sun never goes down. So that sucks. In all honesty, and I know I'm not the first to say this, but this is probably Nolan's most underrated film. I say probably because there is another which I've yet to review that lies in a very similar position. But I think it's fair to claim that, if for nothing else, this is his most overlooked film. Because whenever I see a website or a person on this platform ranking Nolan's films, this always ends up on the bottom of their list, which is hard to criticize just because Nolan has such an impressive filmography. Al Pacino. Man, this is up there for me amongst his most iconic roles. He's so good at portraying this conflicted character who just, throughout the film, looks so tired and just drained of energy. There's a scene where this is very well conveyed, in which he's trying to cover up all the windows to stop the light from getting in. He's just got this ability of looking so super fed up and annoyed in one scene and throwing in a witty one-liner in another. Hilary Swank is in this film. She plays a young officer who's kind of the opposite to Pacino's character. She's very naive and excited to work on this case. And it was nice to have that contrast between the two, because she was good. Now, I don't want to give too much away since I'm guessing most of you may have not seen this film, so excuse me if I seem a bit vague in some of the plot and character descriptions, because this film has a lot of surprises. I was considering not mentioning this, seems he doesn't show up for a while, but he's just too good not to acknowledge. Robin Williams plays a writer in the film who knew the victim before she was killed. This is one of the few instances where he's not playing a comedic role, and he is brilliant. Him and Pacino on screen together is just magical. The two of them have this scene together on a ferry where they're just having a conversation, and it is fascinating. Another thing I need to mention is the editing and of course Nolan's direction, which are both particularly good at creating tension and evoking this sense of paranoia. There are a few chase sequences, and one in particular that involves logs was really suspenseful and intense. Just very good stuff. It's also, in my opinion, one of Nolan's best looking films. Right at the beginning, there's this shot of a plane flying over these icy Alaskan landscapes, and it was beautiful. I have a few tiny nitpicks, but they're so small they're barely even worth mentioning. Insomnia is one of my favorite psychological crime thrillers. It's well paced, well scored, and well directed, and I'm going to give it an A. I appreciate every single one of you who've continued to support my channel and who've shared my videos. It means a lot, so until next time, thanks for watching.